So we're going to be doing a trade recap today on a trade I had on NQ. Obviously, it went in my favor. Was overall a really, really good trade. So I'm going to recap everything I went over. Starting with news today, the only thing we had was non-farm employment change at 8:15. That was really early. Here was the news candle, was this move to the downside. I figured this was going to be a big manipulation leg, if I'm being honest. We saw London session just tank. There's a ton of bearish imbalance overall on the higher time frames. So I figured this was probably going to get filled in today. So actually, ironically, starting on the hourly time frame, we had a huge SMT with ES. We see ES making higher lows here, while NASDAQ was making significantly lower lows for being the hourly time frame. So I knew shorts were not going to be an option going against this. Anyways, we didn't even take out any high time frame draws of liquidity at the time. Obviously, the only thing we took out was London session lows, and on ES we took out, or on NASDAQ we took out London session and Asia session lows. So obviously I'm thinking bullish because I don't think we're going to continue to go lower, especially with us hovering around all-time highs being right around here, I believe. So moving down the 15-minute time frame, it became a little iffy here actually, ironically. So we had this really nice bearish order block. We had two here on the 15-minute, this move up, and then this move up. This was kind of what I was eyeing. I didn't think we'd manipulate this quick. Obviously, we saw a complete candle closure on the 15-minute at 9:30, and if you know anything about me, I do not take trades at 9:30. However, you would have absolutely banged out on this trade anyways if you entered right here. But I wanted to wait till a little bit. I was definitely willing to enter before the macro window opened because I was really confident in this draw of liquidity being London session highs. So I was totally fine with entering a little early. That is way too early. I'm fine with a couple of minutes before the macro opens. I'm not going to enter 15 minutes before the macro opens. That's not happening. So overall, this was more of, it hit all my confluences. Usually I like to enter when we close above order block when we form the breaker block, but obviously I couldn't do that today with that closure being at 9:35. So I'm like, hey, let's wait for something else. This huge breakout here of, you could say it's a breakout of a range, whatever. It was really like a market structure shift. So we had this high form. We got a complete closure above it. It might have had something to do with the 5-minute too, actually. Actually, no, the 5-minute really wasn't anything on the 5-minute. So, yeah, but it was technically a breakup structure to the upside on the 5-minute, if I'm being very technical here, because we had this high here, and I might have entered right when that candle closed above it. This would have been the candle close. This was the next candle open. So technically it was. But anyways, more market structure shift, 5-minute breakup structure, whatever you want to consider it. And then this happened right after. And I was a nervous wreck here because I'm not really worried about losing. I just didn't want this to rip to my take profit, or rip to my stop loss and move my take profit. So I put it right below this bullish fair value gap that we formed here. And obviously it was a really nice stop loss because we were hovering around here. We had this breakup structure to the downside here. I thought it was kind of wrapped, but we ended up reversing really well. Ended up smashing take profit. So this was a really good trade. I think I'm going to not change my strategy, but add a confluence where it has to be an SMT. I don't think I went through my trading journal and all my trades I've taken, and I think just about every trade that has included an SMT in my direction, I have traded. I've won the trade, or worst case scenario, I've gotten break even, because this was just like such easy price action, not only having an hourly SMT, but sweeping out London session lows, sweeping out Asia session lows. And also it made it a little easier that we were at all-time highs, because it's really hard to short the market when we're near or at all-time highs, ironically. So but this was overall super clean price action. This was really good. Here's like the proof on my funded account, or my eval account. My eval. So I don't know how to get entries, like arrows. I feel like there's a way, but this was the journal today. You can go through my performance stats. So overall, like really good. I've been this kind of sucks because one of my losing trades was when I first started this. Like I bought the eval on a Sunday, and I didn't know, like I pressed buy or sell or whatever because I thought you could like mark out like the take profit and stop loss, but you can't. You just slide it, and I didn't know that. So, but again, overall, super clean price action. I'm glad I caught this move. I stayed disciplined throughout. I could have easily pulled out early up here, but once we got this breakup structure to the upside here, I was like, yeah, it's kind of wraps that we're going to hit take profit. So overall, really good trade, really good price action. It's going to be interesting the next 2 days. We have non-farm employment change and PMI tomorrow, and then obviously Friday's 4th of July bank holiday. So I can't really see price action being very good tomorrow. Obviously, we'll see. I'm not going to be sitting out automatically, but I'm going to be really passive tomorrow, and then obviously Friday, no trading because it's bank holiday. So that's it for the day. Really good price action, really good execution. Really happy with it.